Okay, it's been a while, but here I am making this episode. Anyway, I'm doing a smaller video just to get me back in the swing of things, but I plan on making many more of these because these were the most requested videos to bring back. Plus, I really miss making this series, and so I'm slowly bringing it back because, to be totally honest, I do miss you guys. So, to start the Coaster Talk series and welcome it back, the first episode will be about Lightning Racer. Wait, Lightning Racer? Yeah, you heard that right. The first video bringing this series back is about Lightning Racer, Hersheypark's pretty mediocre GCI wooden dueling coaster. And to be totally honest, that's what I thought until now. Now, back in October, me and a few of my friends went to Hersheypark to celebrate me getting 900 subscribers. I made a few videos at the park and I would be lying if I didn't say they were pretty good stinking videos. So if you want to watch them, click the card above or just wait to the end for the end credits. We made a vlog, a live podcast, a comprehensive food review. Okay, I'm sorry for the shameless plug. I hope you all are still here. Anywho, back to Lightning Racer. While we were at the park, we decided to hit up Lightning Racer, and it was probably around 3:30 to 5-ish o'clock. Because the park opened up at 2 p.m., I have no idea what point of the day we got the ride. I just know that would be considered midday on a regular operating day. We walked up to Lightning Racer, and I must say I was very impressed by the line it was attracting. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Hersheypark in the dark, it's very much geared towards kids. Or so we thought. And all the kids' events were in Midway America. Throughout the entire day, this section of the park was absolutely slammed, so it makes sense why Lightning Racer had a bit of a line. Now, a line for Lightning Racer that is considered long is only like 8 to 15 minutes, which was about the time frame that we waited for the ride. With good friends and funny ride ops, this only felt like a 5-minute wait. Me and my good friend Miranda hop in line for back row on the Thunder side. The rest of our party went to Lightning, and we didn't end up racing as they were one train ahead of us. We then load up in our train and we start our ride in the frigid October air. We ascend the lift hill. You know what? I'm just gonna let you guys watch it. This ride was incredible, and before I talk about it, it's only fair that you guys see for yourself without me actually talking over it.
Alright, hands up, go! This is running so much better than I remember. Yeah. Whoa! We are flying! We are killing them! Oh my god! Holy crap! Wow! Whoa! Whoa! This is the best ride I've ever had on this ride! We're killing you guys! Whoa! I got floater! I'm getting floater on every hill! Whoa! That's wild! Slow down. Wow, that was crazy! Yo, we're killing them! We are killing them! We destroyed them! That was awesome! Best ride I've had on this probably ever.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was crazy. Look at those clouds. Is that bad or good?
Okay, it's crazy, right? This ride was insane. Now it's time to talk about it. The drop, well, it didn't give any incredible forces and was just basically as normal. Then we ascend the first camelback that Lightning Racer has. I knew I hadn't been on this ride in a long time when I felt weak floater going over this hill. This is something I've never really experienced on this coaster before, and I knew that this ride was going to be special. After that, we went over this double down, step down thingy. Actually, come to think of it, what do you even call this element? Anyway, this was phenomenal. I was almost scared with the amount of airtime that was delivered. This was from what I remember really sustained, really strong floater to, dare I even say, weak sustained ejector. It was crazy. And during these two elements was when you could really feel the increase in speed. This was the point where the ride physically started to feel faster than I remember. We start to traverse the bunny ears, and this is also like the first head-on interaction with the other train. And like I said, the coaster was feeling physically faster, and now I could see my senses weren't lying to me. The green train cleared the bunny ears before the red train even cleared just half the element. This is now the point where I started to really understand what was happening here, and I even called it mid-ride.
We are flying! We are killing them! Oh my god!
I mean, just look at it. I'm in the back row, and if we pause the clip right here, we can see that we're just about an entire train ahead. At this point, the red train is approximately like a second and a half behind us on the course, and in the coaster world, that's a pretty massive difference. It was also at this point in the ride that I knew the other train would not catch up and we would get a phenomenal ride. Okay, continuing the ride experience, we start to head for the tunnel, and this is probably my favorite part of this ride. If you don't know, in the tunnel is the photo op for the coaster, and it's semi-dark in there, so it always makes for this pretty neat strobe effect. And right after that, there's this tiny little airtime hill still inside the tunnel. Now, I usually don't brace for this, but I definitely feel like I should have for this particular ride. This thing gave freaking mad ejector, like low-key almost death ejector. Especially for Lightning Racer standards, this was insane. Absolutely blew me away, and this is really when the insanity of this ride was just getting started. We flippin' rocket out of the tunnel and start for the first half of the twister section. Now on the first turn, Thunder stays on the bottom half, while Lightning is on the track above. Because we're on the lower half, it felt extremely whippy and honestly gave pretty remarkable forces. At this point, the coaster's pulling forces I definitely have never felt on the coaster before. We then hit this airtime hill and, well, how about you just watch my reaction? I feel like this particular ride never really let up, and right now I'm really praising this coaster. I have no idea why or what the park did to make it run this well, but I really think this could be close to a top tier GCI if it always ran like this. We'll get more onto this later. So now, we start the Helix turnaround thingy. I think and recall this really being the only dead spot on the coaster. It didn't pull any forces and was nothing really special, but the fact that this is a massive interaction moment for the ride, it didn't really matter. Cause this is one of like 3 moments where you actually get to face the other train head on, and in my honest opinion, this and the other turnaround are so important. It's just pure fun on these elements regardless of the forces. You look your opponent in the eyes and strike fear in their heart, and in our case, leave them in the wooden rubble because we started to tear through the course again. On the journey through the next turnaround, it was just as crazy as the last. We're absolutely obliterating the layout, getting good lats and G-forces on every turn and pretty decent air time, especially for how Lightning Racer usually runs. Then in the next Helix, we kinda don't lose as much speed as I expected. We kinda just flew through it and it had weak forces, which it's normally so forceless. Then the few airtime hills leading to the finish line were pretty impressive and gave actually good quality airtime. Okay, so now that you've heard about the amazing ride experience, I think it's time that we start talking about something I brought up earlier in the video. Every ride I've gone on this coaster have just been mediocre and kind of blah. Yes, it's miles better than Wildcat, but it's nowhere near the excellence of other coasters like Thunderhead. I always just describe this coaster as pure fun and something to marathon to just have a good time. They were just my normal rides on the coaster until that one October evening. This version of the coaster just felt natural and super aggressive. The pacing was incredible, and the coaster didn't have any dead spots. Well, those don't count. Anyway, this just makes me feel sad, because only Thunder runs like this. Like, what if Lightning also ran like this too? That would be awesome. Also, what does Thunder do differently that it always wins, and always runs better? Also, why is it generally the favored side, not only among enthusiasts, but also the GP? It really makes me think that this ride I got on Lightning Racer, in its true form, in my honest opinion, was the way Lightning Racer was designed to run. I truly believe that the Twisted Beauty was a better, more aggressive sequel, and is now basically the apology for, well, the other one. So I have no idea how this coaster runs now, because the last ride I got was during the last season. I highly doubt it will run this well during the early summer season. Just maybe when the coaster warms up, it can be like this later in the season though. Wait. Before you leave, I still want to convince you that I'm not totally crazy. As usual in a coaster talk video, I jump into the deep end with these ideas, so to show you how fast this ride really was, I'm going to throw some comparison POVs on screen and the OG POV at the end to finish off the video. With that being said, it feels good to be back, and there are more episodes to come.
Why? How? Whoa. They finally got that working. Maybe it's been working. I don't really know.
They're gonna be on this one, or do you think they moved down?
I don't know. But if they are... Just kidding. They're not on that one.
Are you serious?
I don't think so.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the frick, man? Where are they? Did Cora wimp out? Let's hope we get stuck so then we can get ERT. They don't actually give ERT. Frickin' losers. Oh well. We got back row. That Red Robin's not even crowded. What the heck? Oh, wait, yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Well, that side parking lot is a little bit, but it's big. All right, hands up, go! This is running so much better than I remember. Yeah. Whoa! We are flying! We are killing them! Oh my god! Holy crap! Wow! Whoa! Whoa! This is the best ride I've ever had on this ride! We're killing you guys! Whoa! I got floater! I'm getting floater on every hill! Whoa! That's wild! It's Dad, slow down! Wow, that was crazy! Yo, we're killing them! We are killing them! We destroyed them! That was awesome! Best ride I've had on this probably ever.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That was crazy.